I did not take my own advice, and I bought a used car. And now I'm changing my advice and saying that if you are careful, you should buy one of these. I'm going to convince you today that this is without a doubt the best used car deal that you can get in the entire country.
Filipinos are very fond of accessories.
Yes.
We want to look it good and impressive.
One of the things that I most appreciate about this car is the maneuverability, the ease of use, whoa, and that kick. Do it, okay? Find one of these, buy it now. If you're moving to the Philippines, plan on buying one of these. You will not be disappointed. It's under $6,000. This, in my opinion, is absolutely the perfect car for the Philippines, and you need to own one. This stuff's like cologne. This makes you smell like a man.
Don't wanna sleep in, cause I got something to prove. I gotta take what I hate and finally make a move. I think of you and all the shit you don't do. Well, I'ma make hella shit.
Hey everybody, this is Brent from Beekeeping in Paradise. Welcome to the show. I'm gonna do something today that I thought I would never do. I'm gonna do something that I planned on never doing. I'm gonna do something today that I've told other people never to do. I'm gonna go look at a used car. We're gonna get on a bus and we're gonna go to Maasin, which is in southern Leyte. It's another major city in southern Leyte, and we're gonna go look at a car there and give you a few seconds to see if you can guess what I'm gonna get. It's gonna be a big Hilux. Yeah, it's gonna be a Mitsubishi Strada, or a Nissan Navara pickup truck, or a Ford Ranger. Is it going to be a Chevy? Step one, get to the terminal. Okay, well, I am in the city of Maasin, Leyte. This is my first time here, and it's a pretty busy city. There's a lot going on, and I guess it's time to introduce you to what I've been looking at. This big step here, guys. Remember, what was your guess? Ford Ranger Raptor? Hilux? No. Is it another multi-cab? No. I got this. A 2019 Suzuki Alto 800. It's pretty deluxe. This is a pretty big step forward from where I was. We're gonna drive this back to Bye Bye and tell you all about it. So while I'm here, I want to introduce you to my new friend. This is Rylan Saavedra.
Yes, sir.
Rylan Saavedra, and what is the name of your business?
RTS Auto Sales.
RTS Auto Sales out of Maasin.
Yes,
and
sir.
you've got also a business partner in Cebu.
Oh, yes, sir.
So you can contact Rylan, and I've got your phone number. Is that okay
Yes,
if
sir.
I put it in the video?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I'm gonna post his contact information in the video and in the notes. Look for him. And how many cars do you have right now?
For now, sir, in Maasin, I've got 3. And then in Cebu, we have 7 cars.
7 cars. And and you keep your eyes open if somebody's looking for something special?
Yes, sir.
Yeah?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So,
I'm willing to help you.
all right. Very friendly, very helpful, and just a fantastic person to do business with. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, sir.
We made a good deal.
Yes, sir.
And you're happy? I'm
sir.
happy. The paperwork was very simple. I was
Yes.
surprised. In the United States, our paperwork gets to be rather lengthy, but we did make a cash deal, and it seems everybody seems satisfied, and And now if I can find my way home,
That's
I'll
right.
be a very happy man.
Yes.
So, all right, thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Good job.
You can contact us, sir.
I sure will. We're doing a traditional blessing and lighting some candles, and we've hung a Santo Nino in the car, or applied a Santo Nino to the dashboard, put a rosary in the rear view mirror, and we are ready to get this car officially blessed.
Kagalan samahan sa anak ug sa Espiritu Santo. Amen. Ginoo man ang kaninyo. Pagbasa gikan sa Santo sa Ebanghelyo sumala ni Juan. Ikaw si Tomas miingon kaniya, Ginoo, wala kami mahibalo kung asa ka paingon. Kung saan man namo pagatutong sa dalan. Sa Jesus mitubag, ako ang dalan ng kamatuoran ug ang kinabuhi. Walay makadto samahan kun dili moagi kanako. Dios nga magkagagahom sa tanan, magbubuhat sa langit ug sa yuta, sa imong dili matukib nga kinaagman, hatagan mo kami gahom sa pagmugna ug maanindot ug maayong mga butang. Nangamuyo kami nga kadtong mogamit dining mong sakyanan, si Brent ug kauban sa iyang pamilya. Mubiyahe unta nga luwas sa tanang daotan uban sa pag-amping sa kaluwasan sa uban. Itungod nga sa ilang pagbiyahe, kanunay nilang magkauban si Kristo nga buhi ug hari uban kanimo hangtod sa kahangturan. Amen. Para magampo kita samahan, ginamit ang mga pulong nga gitudlo kanato sa atong manunubos. Amahan namo nakasulangi ang kayo ng ngalan. Wala ka na mga minimum. Ato man nga pagbuot sa yuta may ang kalasan namo sa namo panunod. Pasayloa kami sa mga sala. Pasaylo kami sa kasalanan namo. Magtimaya ka, Maria. Santa Maria, sa Diyos, ang Ginoong mana ang kaninyo. Manalangin kaninyo ang Diyos na magkagahong sa tanan. Namahan, anak, Espiritu Santo. Mayong hapon kaninyo tanan. How old is this car?
2019.
2019. So turning 4 years old.
Yeah.
It's very good. Very
Thank you.
economical in terms of consumption. Gasoline.
Yeah.
Filipinos are very fond of accessories.
Yeah.
We want to look it good and impressive.
Oh,
Yeah.
Americans are the same way. So I've already ordered some new
Yeah.
hubcaps.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for the
Yeah,
blessing.
yeah. Thank you. What's this? Tara, mag-isa na ta.
Thank you.
Tara,
We'll see
sige,
you
sige.
next door.
Sige, sige.
And today's video is brought to you by Oakley. No, actually it's not. I'm not sponsored by anybody. What you see behind me is my new car. But before I reveal it to you, since I'm not sponsored by Oakley, although I'd be happy to be, I have a razor blade, and I have to do a little modification. The glass cleaner, razor blade, Oakley's going to go bye-bye. I don't do stickers at all, so let's just see if we can get this cleaned up real quick, and then give the car a bath, and then I'll show you all about it, because this is pretty exciting. I'm very excited to show this to you. so far so good. This is working out well. This is actually very satisfying to de-customize a car. I like stuff. I am a purist. I'm also a big proponent of being able to see out of your back window. Comes in real handy when backing up. Alright, I'm going to try the glass cleaner one more time with some paper towels, and if that doesn't work, to get this sticky residue off, I'm going to go to our other sponsor, WD-40. I wish. This stuff's like cologne. This makes you smell like a man. That's much better. At least now I'll be able to see through the glass, but I can still see that shadow. Now it's time to give this girl a bath. That should be fun. One of my number one opinions has always been, do not under any circumstances buy a used car in the Philippines. Philippines is a tropical country, very rainy, prone to typhoons, has more typhoons than any other country, and a lot of the cities are prone to flooding. So unless you're in taking a risk on getting a flood damaged car, don't buy a used car here. So, being a total hypocrite, I did not take my own advice, and I bought a used car. And now I'm changing my advice and saying that if you are careful, you should buy one of these. I'm going to convince you today that this is without a doubt the best used car deal that you can get in the entire country, and that you need to own one, buy one right now, today, while you still can. If you can find one, snatch it up, grab it, buy it, love it, restore it, take care of it, because it will not let you down, and you will be so happy that you did it. This 800 refers to the engine size, as in cc's. This little Japanese beauty, assembled in India, is absolutely amazing. If you are a JDM enthusiast, you may recognize this. This fits into the box that defines a K car with a twist. Size wise, this is a K car. K cars have to have an engine smaller than 660 cc's. This one, the Alto, the Suzuki Alto 800, has an 800 cc engine. So basically, the Japanese version of John DeLorean came along and rubbed his magical hands over this car and shoved a bigger engine into a small K car, which broke the rules for this being a K car. It's too powerful, it's too big of an engine to be a K car, but he was able to make it work. So, in all of their wisdom, Suzuki did a very, very good thing. Now, this is a 3-cylinder, same as the multi-cab, and this car is absolutely a dream to drive. Short wheelbase. This car has more features and tricks up its sleeve than you would imagine. This, in my opinion, is absolutely the perfect car for the Philippines, and you need to own one. I've said it before, but you need to own one of these. You need to own it right now. This gorgeous car back here set me back a whopping 305,000 pesos. That's the equivalent of $5,750. And it's a 2019, and it has about 21,000 miles on it. It just ticked over 34,000 kilometers. It's about 22,000 miles for 2019. It is practically brand new, and it's under $6,000. This thing is amazing. So, what do you get for your $5,750? You get the 800cc engine with ABS, dual front airbags, which is an improvement over the multi-cab, 5-speed manual transmission. You get air conditioning. You get a pretty trick stereo with USB, simple climate controls that all work, and it is so nice. You even get rear defrost, and we have manual locks, manual windows all around. Very nice, comfortable cloth seats, and fuel door down there. Nice big speakers. But the radio really does sound very nice. We have 4 doors here, of course. A little bit dirty back here. I haven't detailed the inside, but a nice 2-tone interior. The headliner is absolutely perfect. And we do have to use the key to get into the trunk. Now, this is nice. This is obviously a 5-door hatchback, but we have seats that lay down reasonably flat, not totally flat, but reasonably. There is an absolute ton of space in here. We do have rear seat belts, which is, normal, and we have a full-size spare tire. I got a jack, tools, and these came with the car. These are aftermarket seat covers, and I have not looked at them yet. Those are nothing too special, but they were included with the price of the car. So what else do you get? So we have power brakes with ABS and electronic brake force distribution. Yeah, so we've got some new technology built right into this car. And we also have we also have electric assisted steering. Electric assisted power steering makes this car handle like a fighter jet. One little flick and this car is just gonna maneuver the way that better than you would expect. It is quick, it is powerful, it is a blast to drive. And going from the multi-cab, which I absolutely love in every way, into this, it really is a noticeable difference. One, I'm a little bit lower to the ground, but two, just the power brakes, and I do have front discs, rear drums. You can't see them because of the wheel covers. That is the only thing that I added to modify this car. I added these for under $50. I got a really nice set of hubcaps delivered to the door on Lazada, and they are bespoke Suzuki's. So they may be aftermarket, but at least they reflect the brand. This was the cheapest brand new car that you could buy in 2019. They had a starting, well, there are no options. So the price of these cars was about 480,000 or 485,000 pesos, which still put it under $10,000 for a brand new car in the Philippines in 2019. And now, with only 21,000 miles on it, I picked this up for 305,000 pesos, less than $6,000, and it's amazing. It's absolutely the best. Now, I know there are going to be people out there who tell me, oh, you should have bought a Toyota Wigo. I beg to differ. The Toyota Wigos are more expensive. The Toyota Wigos are lower to the ground. They may look a little bit sporty, but ground clearance here is important. I'm telling you, this is it. This is the car to have. This car was in competition with the Wigo, with the Mitsubishi Mirage, the Kia Picanto, and the likes of that, but this one was the cheapest. It was not offered with an automatic, which is a good thing. When your engines are this small, 800 cc's, 1 liter engines, I prefer to be able to choose the gear that I want. I don't want a CVT. CVTs require a lot of maintenance to stay healthy. And also, you can feel, and if you have a normal transmission, sometimes those the computer in your car doesn't always select the correct gear that you need to get the power to maintain your speed when you're going uphill. And over here in the Philippines, there are a lot of mountains to climb. Suzuki did this car right. Suzuki has a long history with perfecting that 3-cylinder engine. If you were to come to the Philippines and look for a brand new car, the new cheapest car in the Philippines is also a Suzuki. It's called the Espresso. Not ES, but S-Presso, Espresso. Starting price in 2023 for a Suzuki Espresso Special Edition is about 634,000 pesos, which is just under $13,000. So prices have gone up. That's the economy of the world. Things get more expensive, and honestly, it is a gorgeous car. But like I said, Suzuki has a lot of experience with these 3-cylinder engines, getting them really, really perfect. And that was displayed with the Chevy Metro, Geo Metro, from back in the early 90s. I had one. That car returned 45 miles per gallon with, and I had an automatic transmission, and air conditioning. There we go. Oh, here we go. Here's the engine bay. There's my 3 little coils. Here you can see ABS. Little air box. Check out this teeny tiny little battery. This is not a huge Duracell. This thing is really cool. It's about the same. This is very typical here in the Philippines on these K cars to have very small 12-volt batteries. As I mentioned earlier, when you're looking at a used car in the Philippines, I'm not saying that every one of these Altos is a good deal, or that every one of them is worth buying. I'm saying that this one is a fantastic deal, and if you can find one like this, you should rush out and buy it, because these things will last forever if properly maintained. And, I went over this car with a fine-tooth comb, and some things that I was looking at were, one, I was looking for crash damage along this inside wall, along the frame, in the crumple zones. There's nothing that is crinkled or crunched. Nothing looks like it's been repaired or sprayed again. Things look very neat and tidy, symmetrical. There you can see that this car was assembled in India, and everything seemed to be really clean. I got under the car and I inspected it for leaks. I looked for any kind of oil accumulating, any kind of oil dripping, or any other fluid dripping for that matter. I looked at the seams around the valve covers. I looked around the transmission. Nothing. You know, admittedly, I got a little dirty doing that. I was in the street and I was on my back shimmying underneath, but my suspension looked tight. There didn't seem to be anything wiggly or loose. There were no oil leaks whatsoever. There was no transmission leaks whatsoever. Nothing was damaged, straightened, fixed, repaired. The car is free of rust from front to back. Any of the drains, I looked inside the, feel around inside the drain hole. Nothing was muddy. It doesn't look like the car had ever been underwater at all. Check your fuse box. Make sure that there's no corrosion inside your fuse box. Look under the carpets. If you can get a corner of the carpet up, feel the carpet. Make sure that the carpet is dry. Front, back, check the wheel well for the spare tire. See if there's any water accumulating back there. I went through every corner of this car and determined that it was as clean and as accident-free and damage-free as possible. And on that, handed the man the money, and I drove home. I'm telling you, for the price, you're not going to beat one of these. Also, let's talk about fuel economy for just a minute. I did the numbers, and according to factory data, this car is going to get about 53 miles to the gallon. Now that is, and it runs on regular. The multi-cab, for some reason, the multi-cab takes premium fuel and the 95 octane, but the Suzuki Alto 800 here with the bigger engine runs on the regular gas. So there's even more more cost savings there. Okay, let's take this car for a ride. Let's check it out and see what we're doing. But first, there's one thing that no Filipino car is complete without: air freshener. The citrus, this is the orange Nature Fresh orange air conditioner or air freshener. This is what every Filipino taxi smells like all through the country. Anytime you get in a car, this is what it's going to smell like. It's really, really good. So we are rolling, and let's take this car for a ride. I really enjoy this. Now, one of the things that I most appreciate about this car is the maneuverability, the ease of use, whoa, and that kick of power that you get. Now, here we have really narrow streets, and I think this is typical of most places in the Philippines. Streets are narrow, and you are going to find that people park on the sidewalks, they park in the shoulder, motorcycles, taxis, multi-cabs, tricycles, and you are going to need a narrow car in order to get around. There's no two ways about it. Narrow is always better. Another thing that I like are the simple controls. It's really it sounds like cheapness. And you say, oh, I have manual crank windows, or I have manual door locks. It sounds bottom of the barrel budget automaking. But here, when water is an issue, it's humid, it's hot, there's a chance of floods, there's always a chance there's going to be standing water on the road. It could rain, you could leave your windows open and while you go into a shop, and while you're gone doing your shopping, unaware that it's pouring down rain, the inside of your car gets wet. And window regulators don't like that very much. Electric door locks are not a fan of a lot of water coming down into the car, in between the door card. So, while it may sound like a budget cutting effort, it's actually a very good thing for the longevity of your car, and for your overall happiness. Because you have less to repair. And repair costs are something that I take into consideration when I buy a car. Another thing I've noticed about this car is that it really likes to rev. This car wants to start in first, and it wants to wind it out. And it will reward you. It will not disappoint. From first gear, when you drop the clutch and your head gets pushed back, it puts a smile on your face instantly. And when you want to pass, second gear, is really cool. The weather is finally starting to turn nice. Nice to be able to get out and take a drive and not worry so much about getting caught in a downpour or feeling like you're stuck in the house. Starting to get a little bit of cabin fever there for the past 4 months. Now with sunnier skies ahead, a new set of wheels under my rear, feels like the world is kind of opening up to me a little bit. wants to go. It would be very easy to get into trouble because it feels more powerful than you would imagine. This car just makes you happy. It's ready to go, it's eager, it's going to do it inexpensively, it's going to do it efficiently. Oh, the brakes. Yes. The brakes are very good. Another thing that I like about this car is its rarity. Yes, there were a lot of them made, and the Alto name goes back many, many years. This was the last generation of Suzuki Alto, and as I'm driving around the island of Leyte anyway, I haven't driven anywhere else recently, you don't see these very often. In town, I've only seen one or two others. All of the competitors that cost so much more and didn't really offer that much more for that extra money. These cars are just so good, and they're so inexpensive. People had no idea what they missed out on driving one of these. It is just a joy. And to know that you can get such a good deal makes you feel smart, which I don't get very often. I can maneuver down these tight streets easily. This car is no wider than the multi-cab. I don't think it's any narrower. I think it's about the same, but just absolutely a joy. I don't have to worry about being too big to fit somewhere, which is becoming a big problem. Being too big to fit in the Philippines is becoming an issue. The streets are not getting any wider. Cars are getting much, much wider. Cars, trucks, SUVs, they're getting massive. They're really taking a page out of the American playbook and bringing these world platform cars and trucks over here, and it just doesn't work. The Alto 800 can be found in England, it can be found in Pakistan, India, all around the world, in many different markets. I'm very, very happy that it found its way to the Philippines because, like I said, I think this is the best car that you can buy in the Philippines right now. And if you can find one for sale and it's clean and accident-free and flood-free, you've got to buy it. There's no way of getting around it. This is so much fun, and it is so comfortable that you'd be crazy to buy anything else. Anything else, you're just going to be, if you buy a different car, you're just spending more money. You're not going to get that much more for your money. This is where the smart money's being spent, right here. And when it comes to reliability, everybody wants to say that Toyota is the most reliable. Toyota. But let's not forget how many millions of these 3-cylinder K cars Suzuki has put out for the Japanese market. Suzuki is and was always an underdog brand in the United States, but not in Japan. In Japan, Suzuki is a major player, and they have got reliability in spades. And that's just one thing that we never got to experience, and as much of a Chevy guy as I am, I've never complained about a Suzuki product in my life. They are top quality when it comes to reliability and ease of ownership. And I'm so happy to have another one. Can you tell? Do it, okay? Find one of these, buy it now. If you're moving to the Philippines, plan on buying one of these. You will not be disappointed. What do you think, Shelby? Yeah? Thumbs up? She likes it. This is her favorite car too. So, all right. Thanks again for being here. I appreciate you watching. Appreciate you following along. If you think I've made a mistake, comment below. If you've got a different favorite car, comment below. Let me know why you like your pick better than this one. Let me know if you agree with me. I can't wait to read your comments and answer your questions. All right. Remember, I'm Brent. So be safe, be well, be kind. God bless. I love y'all.